Hello everyone. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my favorite aspect of Harvest Moon 1 World, and that is the marriage candidates. First, I'm going to go through and introduce you to all of them, and then at the end, I'm going to rank them. Before we get started, I do have to say that Harvest Moon 1 World, it does a lot of things wrong. However, I really like the character designs for these marriage candidates, and they actually all have some decent backstories as well. So yeah, let's get right into it with the first person you're going to meet, which is Braden. Braden is a reticent and intimidating looking farmer. Although he comes off as curt, he's really quite kind. He's concerned about the health of his animals, as nothing he tries to do seems to help them. So he is the first person that you're going to meet, and he's one of my favorite marriage candidates probably in this whole series. I love his design. I love that he looks a little bit bulkier and a little bit older than a lot of the other marriage candidates that we get in this series. I like his facial hair, and his heart scenes, they're also kind of funny. So yeah, I would give Braden really high marks. The second marriage candidate that you're going to meet is Gabrielle. She is a blunt veterinarian who tends to avoid people, preferring to live alone with her cat. Despite her cool exterior, she is a very caring person deep down. Gabrielle is also another character that I really like. I love her character design. I love the outfit that she's wearing. I love the pink streaks in her hair, and she likes cats, so that's another huge plus in my book. Once you're actually playing the game, she's a little bit rude to you initially, so in my mind, she would lose a few points for that, but overall, I really like Gabrielle. The third marriage candidate is Kanoa. He is a cheerful and sincere fisherman. He has quite a laid-back personality, and he doesn't sweat the small stuff, can sometimes be oblivious to things around him. Now, Kanoa, he's another character design that I quite like a lot. I like his sandals, I like his whole getup, and his personality is quite good as well. His heart scenes, for me, they're a little bit, not super interesting, but overall, I would still say he's a pretty solid marriage candidate. Number 4, we have Ahina. She is a unique chef in training who marches to the beat of her own drum, loves talking and listening to people, and can get along with nearly anyone. She has a can-do attitude and isn't afraid to try out new and unique dishes. Loves coffee. Okay, so Ahina, she's probably the first one that I'm not really in love with her design. Her clothes are a little bit weird. In the game, she's kind of eccentric, and she likes making strange dishes, so her heart scenes are kind of okay, but yeah, her overall character design, I'm not the biggest fan of. Next up, we have Jamil. He is a young man who loves caring for animals, so much so that it can sometimes distract him from the bigger picture. Very thoughtful and compassionate. Now, I liked Jamil up until I saw his first heart scene. In his first heart scene, he starts crying uncontrollably. And I'm all for males showing emotion, but yeah, just the expression on his face is too much. So yeah, that puts him down a few points in my book. Next up, we have Malika. She is a young woman who lives in an oasis on the outskirts of her village. She loves animals, flowers, and playing her lute. Tends to playfully tease the ones she loves. Now, Malika, she's another one where I absolutely love her character design. I love her outfit. I love her slightly tinted purple hair. And her heart scenes are also quite good. And, she loves animals, and she has a playful personality. So Malika, she's also a really strong marriage candidate. These next two marriage candidates, you meet them together, and they have a really interesting backstory. The first character is Laura, and it says that she is a cheesemaker and Tristan's sister, is usually in a cheerful mood, and enjoys cooking and having a good time. A very positive person. Now, Laura, as you're going through the main storyline, this is a slight spoiler, but she has memory loss. and it's kind of like 50 Dates, if you've seen that movie, where every day she wakes up, she forgets what happens the previous day. So yeah, it makes her a really interesting character, and it's nice to, like, for once have a different twist on the, amnesia theme that they always have in these games. I like that they tried to do something different with that, and yeah, her character design is also really cool. So yeah, Laura, I think she's another really strong marriage candidate. Next up, we have Tristan, who is Laura's brother. He is a hard-working bread maker, has a tendency to hold his true feelings inside, and he can be a bit awkward because of that. Strives to make bread with a taste worthy of his father's name, loves his sister very much. So we were just talking about Laura and how she has that type of amnesia where she forgets everything that happens the day before, but she still has her memories from childhood. And so Tristan, because he is her brother, he is the one who's taking care of her. So yeah, they have a really interesting dynamic, and it's actually kind of interesting getting to know the two of them and, how they dealt with trauma. For the look and character design of Tristan, I actually quite like Tristan. Typically, I don't like characters who are kind of like him, but I think his dynamic with his sister and just his personality, like, it's all really interesting. So yeah, he's also a pretty good marriage candidate in my eyes. The next character that you're going to meet is Kersey. This is the last bachelorette, and she is an archaeologist who also teaches the children of her village, has been friends with Sammy since childhood, very intelligent and logical. So Kersey, she lives in like a town that's forever winter, so she's wearing a lot of clothes. Kersey, for me, she's okay, like, middle of the pack. Not really anything super interesting about her look or her personality, I would say. So yeah, just an okay marriage candidate. The last marriage candidate is Sammy, and he is a young man who has been selected as the next leader of his village. Very hardworking, always appears to be in control unless he's buried under hungry reindeer. Sammy also lives in the winter town, but I actually quite like his getup. I like his outfit quite a bit, and his personality and looks, like, yeah, it's all pretty good. And then personality-wise, I think he might lose a point or two because, yeah, he's just like hardworking and not really super exciting. So like his heart scenes didn't really wow me. Now, as promised, I'm going to be ranking the bachelors. Number 1, I'm going to put Braden. Love his heart scenes, love his character design, love that he's a bit bulky, love the facial hair. So yeah, Braden, top marks. Number 2, I'm actually going to put Tristan. Even though looks-wise, I probably wouldn't put him number 2, but his heart scenes are quite good. I like his backstory, so Tristan is going in the number 2 spot. Number 3, we're going to have Kanoa. Again, I really like his look. Yeah, not really much more to say about Kanoa. Sammy, yeah, he's going to number 4. For me, Sammy and Kanoa, they're really close. I could go either way of who's 3 and who's 4. I like their designs, but their heart scenes, they're not super exciting. And then, of course, that leaves 5th place for Jamil. Yeah, that first heart scene, it was just a hard no for me. And next, let's do the bachelorettes. Number 1, I'm going to have Gabrielle. Yeah, I just love the pink streaks. I like that she likes cats. I like that she's one of those characters that as you get to know her, she warms up to you. So yeah, Gabrielle, number 1. Number 2 is going to be Laura. Again, I like her design, and I really like her backstory. It's a really interesting take on amnesia. And yeah, I really liked getting to know Laura. Number 3, we have Malika. Again, great character design. Absolutely like Malika looks-wise. And then her heart scenes are also quite good. She likes music and animals, so those are big pluses in my book. Next up, we have Kersey in the 4th spot. Yeah, she's kind of cool, but yeah, she's just kind of lacking a little bit of like something extra. So yeah, Kersey is just kind of middle of the ground for me. And then in last place, yeah, we have Ahina. Yeah, of all of these 10 marriage candidates, I think the only 2 that I don't really like that much are Jamil and Ahina, looks-wise, and then their heart scenes. Yeah, they just weren't exciting enough for me. Please let me know in the comments down below, how would you rank these, or if that's too much for you, just who's your favorite bachelor and bachelorette. Also, let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing the cutscenes. I know for me, in the past, when I've uploaded cutscenes from games, I've like voiced them, and I've heard that some people like me to do that. So yeah, let me know if you guys want to see any of these heart scenes, and I'll voice them if I post those videos. But yeah, don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see you guys next time.